And we're alive, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello and welcome to taking an inopportune nap at an inopportune moment.
It wasn't the time, it was the length of the nap that I think was the main issue.
But the length of the nap is therefore a factor of time.
You were unsuccessful at proper napping.
Okay.
When you try to nap, but you just go to sleep.
Okay. To recap last session, there was an incident with some stilts, a lot of lying, Aaron breaking out of jail, breaking back,
Roger was the lad who didn't burn in the fire because he was a hero.
and some dumbass firebending, and creeping out some poor person in a church.
Yeah, he dead-ass dropped you. I am so sorry. He hit your head off a couple doors, but you're okay. Don't worry about it.
So, it is now the next day.
But
And-
don't worry, lads. She's not dead.
And those that didn't dig a tunnel underground to sleep in,
Not dig a tunnel, it is a small ditch.
It is a ditch, yeah.
Okay.
That's what he said last game.
It's not even like proper, it's just like...
It's a little divot. It's a divot.
Okay, so then everybody wakes up to the feeling of rain.
Yay, I get a puddle.
Now it's a private swimming pool.
You wake up to the feeling of rain, and on top of that, Amara wakes up.
Rain broke the curse. It was a curse all along.
Was true love kiss, it just so happens to be a war gymnastic.
This is dead assness, honestly. Hi. Wait, where am I? Who? What?
We're on a green in a town
Okay.
across the river from the capital.
Okay.
River.
Why is the town pretty blurry for me?
Other than that, you didn't really miss much.
Cool. Excuse what? What are we doing?
Oh, sorry. This is our friend Alistair.
Yo. Cool.
Pleasure to meet you, mistress. He's the boat guy.
Why does my head feel awfully bruised after all this time?
Well, when you were asleep, we got her to carry you, but we forgot he's not the best.
Alright.
So he hit your head off a couple doors, but it's okay, you're only bruised.
I'm only slightly brain damaged.
And have a bit of a headache.
Bit of a headache. But
Um,
apart from that, we're all good.
Look, he never got more than like 3 damage, so calm your tits. Okay, he was rolling a d4, but that's not the
I don't know,
point.
I don't
It's okay, you took a lot
Okay.
of
Okay, Amara and Nia, roll me a religion, please.
Religion. Right, okay. Let's remember how to use this thing. Right, roll D20.
The dice are with me today.
Religion.
Oh, religion.
Okay, so, Amara doesn't notice. However, Nia can sense the fact that the ward is still up.
Yes! You can't know what that means, sorry, bud.
Not only can't I, but I don't. And if you explained it, I probably still wouldn't.
Well, let's get ready to hit you off of something and pick up your new great axe. Go on an adventure.
Excuse me, what?
Oh yeah, we were about to wield like a great axe. I say we, I mean odd.
About to. I already like made a custom holder for it.
He's got like 2 little shoe imprints where you hold it, or you like popping a head in a big like holder, like a melon holder. I don't fucking know.
It's like one of those baby carriers. It's fine.
No, it's like one of those side gun holsters, but it just pulls around. Sorry, I'm cracking my shit up today. I look at the screen and Aaron does a quick 180 straight the fuck away from Mara there. Real straight.
Okay.
Take out my great axe and I look at it and then look at Amara forlornly.
Mrs. holding the weight of a living great axe.
If he's doing that, I'm just gonna give him a little pat on the arm, like it's okay, bud. It's okay. Wasn't meant to be.
Oh.
That's a lot of monsters and little things.
They're things, not they're people. The warlock birds are good things,
Oh, we're in a park.
and other than Roger, the Angie boys are bad things.
Yeah, I'm gonna like walk for a day. Not in a good place.
And Roger reads stuff.
Yeah, nobody bothered to ask him what he was reading.
I feel like I've asked him enough dumb questions now. If I ask him any more, he's gonna hit me with the book. So
Did he already do that like yesterday?
no, he didn't hit me with the book. I was quite polite yesterday.
As you've been talking to the now awake Amara, Rogers waddled down to the bookstore. So,
Honestly,
upon looking around, you've noticed that the refugees that were camping out on the green have moved. Seems they got up a little bit earlier than you.
I feel after they saw our diving through a bonfire last night, I wouldn't wake us either.
Also bad. But still rude.
The refugees saw the party, went, they need their beauty sleep, and left.
Because I didn't want to wake up these dumbasses.
Somebody came to wake us up, they got rugby tackled. I think the fuck not, you trick ass son of a bitch.
So, what is it you guys want to do? How do we wish to proceed?
I'm gonna get out of my little pit.
Are you gonna fill it back in with the dirt you took out of it?
You know what? Yeah, we gotta take care of this place. You know, I'm gonna fill it back into the dirt and pat it down.
Have them swap shifts.
There we go. All tidy up.
Cool. We saved the day. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Anyone for a pint?
Aaron. No, Richard's just fun.
Okay. So, the other two things you mentioned were last session. Well, there will be a boat arriving today.
Cool.
And that all the people are going to be trying to get on it. I believe Ard was also looking for the what did he call it?
Oh shit, what did I call it?
The Harbs.
Harbour. Yes, the Harbs. Harbour what? I
Yeah.
believe was the question.
I was looking for the hard, but I ended up back on the green. So.
That's what you get for flipping a coin for each fucking direction.
Well, bud. Hold.
Hey guys, shouldn't we head to the docks to check for the boat?
Ard kind of just looks around. I mean, this isn't the house? Sure, it's from this direction.
I don't think it is, buddy.
Oh, well. I'm sure we continue going north, we'll find
No, just follow me. I can kind of guess where I'm going.
Kinda guess. Do you want to kinda guess? Do you want to make a quick prayer for that one?
I don't need to because I was with Ard when he asked the guy where the harbour was, and I'm not stupid.
That is fair. Right, I should probably.
Yeah, I just have to check my intelligence. I'm not stupid.
Wait, no. You had to check your intelligence. Roll me an intelligence.
Renee's not intelligent. Hold on, I have to find intelligent.
Right.
You got like a +3.
I know I have a +3, but I can't figure out where my button is. Because I don't have a +3. Mia does! What else is a fucking +3? Charisma. I'll just roll charisma. No, I won't, because I can't find that either. Performance has the same thing. Where's performance?
They're in alphabetical order, Renee.
Mine aren't. I didn't put.
They should be in alphabetical order.
10. Woo!
She has an inverse, but she doesn't actually have an intelligence roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't have con, strength, dex. Actually, I think I have a strength and a dex. I'm not sure.
You have a strength.
Intelligence, well, pretty good.
You have a.
But I don't have the intelligence to make an intelligence roll.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. You can groggily remember the directions.
Renee, as a physical being, has no idea.
It's groggy, but you can remember the directions.
Because the whole map looks groggy to me.
Should we try fucking with your Zoom? Or getting better internet?
I am fucking with my Zoom, and
It's okay. He doesn't even want to come with us to the Harbs anyway, because he wants to go get that crime suit.
I do want to get that crime suit, but something was alluded to me earlier that means that I can't, so...
What was alluded to you earlier that means you can't?
No.
We do crime. Come on. We fun.
Okay, right.
So just...
Come on, guys, let's go to the harbor.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Bye.
Bye, let's see you guys to the harbor.
Just took off at the speed of light.
Boom!
Nia ran off like fucking Team Rocket, mate.
Oh, Art's getting lost. Oh god.
Oh,
Hell, seriously.
Straight past the church, bud. Okay, and then keep going down that road, and then it's the road on your left.
Great that you guys can see roads. I can see blurs. That's all I can see.
The fucking tokens?
I can see the tokens perfectly clear. I can't see
Zoom in
the
for
map.
tokens?
Map is a blur.
Then maybe you're zoomed in a bit too much.
Enemies need killing.
Not enemies! Refugees!
Refugeesus.
Refugees, not enemies.
It rhymes, so it must be true.
Right, I've moved you to the correct location, Aaron. Okay, so you get down to what seems to be the Harbs, as Ard likes to call it, and there is again the mayor stood in front of a crowd of what seems to be the refugees that fled from you.
Left us to sleep.
And the mayor.
That's the no-no square.
Yeah, it's like one orange square there. Poof. Okay. So, you get there, and the mayor is going, guys, I know I promised a boat today. It'll be here in a few hours. I swear.
Only raining a little.
Liar!
I thought you were supposed to be good.
I mean, not liar.
I mean, to be fair, Amara has no fucking clue what's going on.
No.
She's got it from a really long
She
nap.
woke up in a clearing, like a green, so, you know.
Not to mention it was raining when it was sunny when she went to sleep, raining when she woke up.
There you are, and it'll be a few hours. We got a few hours to go do crime.
So please, and he continues with, please, calm down, go.
Doesn't know what Thaddeus is gonna say at all. He's winging it.
Go back to the school. You can all take shelter in the school. I will come and fetch you all when the when the boat arrives.
Nia's gonna kind of half pay attention to that, take a few steps forward, gesture widely to kind of like the harbour, and go,
Ard, this is a harbor. Where the boats go.
If this is the harbs, then where's the boat?
It'll be here in a little while. Did you not listen to the mayor?
The teacher, he said he was going to teach me to read or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's
no crime. Aaron got kicked out of the no-no square for trying to commit crime within the no-no square.
You can't see. He's blind.
I'm literally blind. It's terrible.
Aaron has developed map blindness. It is a rare disease afflicting very small percentage of D&D players. Donate £2 a month to help.
Well, that's
Your
the.
donation of just £2 a month can help this poor D&D player see the world around him. Map blindness is a serious issue that we face on a day-to-day basis.
I'm probably gonna get in so much trouble.
Please, donate now.
I'm probably gonna get in so much trouble. But
I am once again asking.
I am once again asking for financial support. Get your shit correct, Darren. If you're gonna quote Bernie Sanders, you damn well better do it right.
okay. Well, we found the name of today's session.
Donate now to cure map blindness.
Donate to cure map blindness.
Or I am once again asking for your map aid.
Okay, so there's now a bunch of people just loitering.
Did you leave university?
Yeah, well, y'all are in the way. They kind of can't walk past y'all.
There's a road.
We've got like a full 15-foot gap between us and the wall.
Fine.
I-
Impenetrable line of apparently D&D.
Dude,
All
unless
those people are dead now, so.
unless they're the fat bastard from us, they'll be perfectly fucking fine. Alright?
No, they have to move in a big wave like emigrating. Well, they can do
They
it.
have to move
They're
forward
geese.
one. But then, if they were doing that, how could they fit down the road?
You know the sardines from SpongeBob?
Yes.
As they all like crowd into the Krusty Krab, that's what they do.
Those guys are just leaping over the building, over the rooftops.
That's what they do. Yeah. They're just really good at parkour.
It's like a big swarm. They just swarm up the side of the building, over the top.
Okay. So,
Even like actively campaigning, still derailing.
They're not derailing anything. This is the campaign.
so you've seen the flock of beings flee. A few stayed loitered round.
A few meaning literally two in the there. Oh no, there's a third one down there. My fucking apologies.
Oh, we'll get to that third one is. Yeah, a small group went over
Oh, there's a small group over there. Okay.
this way, and then the rest of them actually went to the school. However, there are two other than the sound of of Thaddeus, there is another familiar voice in the vicinity.
In the fucking cloud.
No.
Oh, I'm ready to smack a vampire if it's Cloud.
Fucking go.
I'm actually ready to throw hands. Is it Roger?
Get me some fucking bits of wood.
Roger's in the bookstore.
I hope Roger's okay. I'm worried about him sometimes.
Roger's probably having a cuppa in the bookstore waiting for you guys to figure out what the fuck you're doing.
Honestly, Roger mood. Proceed.
So you can hear another almost bird-like voice.
No. At that moment, Aaron loaded back in. It was at this point Aaron knew. We fucked up.
Nick, can you ping me over to my
Oh, what's the flavour today?
Menthol today.
Disgusting. Stop, you're picking me! Just pick Aaron, please! I had my map where I wanted it, I was so comfortable. I have to find the comfy map position again.
Huh?
Nobody else have a comfy map position that's comfy for them?
So-
access everything they need and...
So, Aaron, what is your problem?
I'm struggling on the whole map.
What is your major malfunction?
It might be
What
your
you got?
it might be your computer trying to load it. It is a rather big map.
I mean, yeah.
I
Oh,
need...
I can see
dig.
2 character tokens.
And you do have a crap.
Yeah,
2 character
go tell your housemate to stop playing League.
No, I only see character tokens. I don't see the map. Oh, I changed to Firefox, so I thought that might fix it. It's made it work.
Okay. So, what do we wish to do?
I am literally so passively not caring what we do. I got my friends back, my life's good.
Yeah, if we're just gonna have to wait for a boat. Well, Amara doesn't even know this place, so I'm just gonna follow someone basically, because Amara needs to kind of
That's fair.
stick with somebody.
I have no idea what
Nia's gonna walk over and like a lost child kind of grab Amara's sleeve and be like, "You're gonna come with me, bud." Whose tall elven child is this?
Okay.
Don't hurt me.
I got a bit of entertainment now for people. So Ashel just like stood there waiting and pondering what to do. A person that would recognize Amara comes down into the harbor, and it's nobody that she truly knows. It's just comes up and goes, "Oh my God, you're actually alive."
Yeah, me. Alive.
I was
Oh my god, is it the guy from the church?
I was so relieved when I was really concerned when that dragonborn kind of just slumped you in the chair in the church.
Nia's gonna pop round the side of Amara and just go,
She was just sleeping. We told you she wasn't dead.
I understand that, but you have.
please, if you'd like to know what this looks like, please refer to the D&D chat. Scroll up a little bit and you'll see the beautiful paint image I did.
But
It's
you have
true
I
artwork.
can entirely understand that she was probably just sleeping, but you have to realize a dragonborn carrying around a limp elf looks a bit shifty.
Is that because you're racist?
Look! I'm not racist. I'm an elf.
You're not racist, but...
I'm an elf myself.
Yeah, but you're being racist to the Dragonborn. And I don't really think that makes me happy.
Okay. I
We're up for hands.
Okay. I see. I probably shouldn't have approached what I thought would have been a nice group of people. I'm just gonna.
Nice. You're not
that guy is habituated.
I might just leave you to your devices.
Racist. Worried when a dragonborn slumped you down? Would it be any difference to a dwarf, you absolute cunt? I have a lot of rage.
Wait, he's a racer. Maybe I should race him.
No. You know what, Art? You know what, Art? You do that.
I was
He just said, thump, coming from behind him.
no, hold on, back up.
What
Yeah.
you wearing armor?
Yeah. No, am I?
Kind of
Yeah.
armor are you wearing?
I think I'm wearing like mithril scale.
Oh no, this is. Hold on, everybody, fucking wait.
Trump and the clanking of armor just behind the guy.
Hold on, please, boss. Please wait. I have something for this. I have one gift.
Scotty.
Even more.
So the guy hears and sees Ard running after him and kind of takes off in this direction.
He's using Dragonborn. You know what? Wait. Does Ard wear shoes?
I don't think so.
So you literally his feet hitting the ground in the water, like, and he'd be like proper Usain Bolt.
Yeah. Probably chase him for race him.
Okay.
Would Ard ever overtake him though? And just be like, I won! The guy would be fucking terrified.
I think the term right now is right, you know, all that adrenaline.
I'm fucking dead.
Can you see the map yet?
Aaron's dead. There is no Aaron. There is only odds. Hinting at an elf.
I mean, I'm just on to making the heater now. Like, I've kind of given up on the map.
No crime for you.
So, what did you do, Ard? You partially catch up. I've sent you a message.
Okay. So I guess we. How far is that?
I'm outie. While everyone's fucking watching art, I'm just gonna go.
I don't know where you've gone, but I support you, you funky little slime.
Look, everyone, I wandered off while everyone was in a church. I'm wandering off while everyone's watching a dragonborn chase a guy.
Are you not getting an element of joy from this?
I mean, it's funny as fuck. I don't need to be, the character doesn't need to be there to see it.
Right.
I'm finding this funny as fuck.
Wait where you are then, Richard. So, and we'll go on a me adventure in a second. Because you did pass a pass a hobo on your way.
Is it the same hobo I gave gold to?
Yes. Right. So what are we doing here, Ad?
Okay, so I'll return to the group after. Considerably slower, not racing anymore, but with a slightly different shade of red around the scales.
Kind of tired now.
Around what scales?
Just in general.
Just
Face scales.
Any skin that you can see is just slightly more red than usual.
okay. So me and the hobo, let's go. Wait, first off, what form are you in right now? You didn't state form change.
Drow, he's been drow this whole time, bud.
You didn't.
That's why I said I curled up into a ball. Like I literally just
Ah.
put my knees up to my chest and put my arms out.
Fair.
Sat in full ditch.
Fair. I thought you would have jelly dig in. Just gone. And slam.
Like effort.
Okay. So, you round this corner, and you see a guy that seems to be sleeping. There is a bottle in his hand that seems rather new.
Job, Renee. You funded his alcohol addiction.
Make him happy.
I don't know. Makes him asleep.
Sleep makes me happy, so... Go off, you funky little hobo.
Look, they just didn't want to wake up the dragonborn that was carrying a corpse.
Wasn't a corpse, she was just asleep.
Yeah, I told you she was alive.
I have a mojito. We good?
It's okay, I'm just sending memes, so...
Okay. So, what are the rest of the party doing now that Ard's kind of plodded back? Oh, I should also point out, Ard, you saw an Aarakocra on your run.
Was it an Aarakocra from the last town?
Yeah, it was the angry Aarakocra.
Was that the same boy?
Nia kind of seems...
Actually, wait. Wait, is it the same Aarakocra? Roll me an intelligence.
Oh, but I'm sorry, man. Your intelligence, much like my strength.
So, Ard knows he's met some form of Aarakocra, right? But despite it being the exact same voice, Ard does not recognize this Aarakocra whatsoever.
Are you sicker than a bowl of oatmeal?
Yeah, so I guess, as far as I'm concerned, the Aarakocra is just background noise.
Hold on. Is there an angry old Aarakocra?
Yes, bud, there is. Oh, but he can see tokens.
I can see tokens, and that's good enough for me. I can see a very, very, very vague blur of what is on the map.
He can tell there is...
Send me a screenshot if you can.
It's like, you know when girls contour their face? That is what I'm seeing.
Look, dude, I'm not saying you just eyed me a little hard there, bud. I'm just saying.
You added her a little hard there, Bard.
Besides, I sent a picture to Renee on Snap. Not like she reads my messages anyway.
I did read your message the other day, but you know what? Now I'm not gonna read your messages because fuck you.
Send me a screenshot and I'll see what you're dealing with.
That's for you, bud.
Awesome, here's a picture. Okay, before we get too distracted. Okay, so Alistair was Aaron was saying something about the Aarakocra.
I was like, do I recognize anything about this Aarakocra?
Roll me an int.
I don't know. He pretty thick.
Oh, intelligence.
Mm-hmm. Or are you unable to roll as well?
Everything's working.
Send me a screenshot of what you see. Okay, you can hear distinct parts of his voice that you recognize. And that's like you can tell it's the Aarakocra.
Hey, Nia. I need you to go walk up to the Aarakocra real quick.
Why?
Can you I think I remember him. You remember him from the town, like about 3 towns back?
Nia would, but since you're making everyone else roll, would you like me to roll?
Sure, go for it. I made Ard
What my intelligence was.
+3.
Again. Yeah, what did I roll last time, bud?
Performance, I think.
Yeah, I'm rolling a deception. It's the same mojo. 12.
You remember the Aarakocra
Yeah, I remember him. Why?
and all the events that came with
You're
it.
not gonna try and convince him I'm an Aarakocra again, are you?
No, what? I just feel like after, all the hardship he's had, you being our most lovely member of the party, should just go check up on him,
Did you just slip over? Well, you were trying to butter me up so hard. I'm surprised you didn't slip.
Oh my. Well, I mean, I'm just looking out for the old man.
I'll talk to the Aarakocra. But if you do anything, Amara hit him.
What? Hit someone?
If he does anything wrong.
Oh, it. Okay, cool. Okay.
Got her eyes on you.
Which token is he, Nick?
Right. He's the token just below the Dragonborn racist.
Ah, wonderful.
That one.
Nia's taking Ghost with her because somebody's got to.
This one. Aaron, what are you doing as she goes past?
You know exactly what I'm fucking doing.
He's not in the right.
Trying to-
Wait, he can't. He's not in the right distance.
Oh wait, you're the way fucking down there? Fuck off.
Yeah.
I thought you were this one. Hold on, I'm sneaking up behind as she's like walking.
Okay. Aaron a stealth, Renee a perception.
Oh fuck yeah, let's go boys.
Did a fall, hey!
Yep.
Hey,
Nia does not notice Alistair following her.
He's like a big forehead, okay?
Now, Nick, you know exactly what I want to do.
And
need to roll anything.
no, actually, I was going to make Nia roll. Roll me an Arcana.
You smell them.
No.
No, apparently not.
Now, Kip. Now, Alistair, roll me one.
Wait, why isn't Amara following Alistair after I told her to keep an eye on him? Amara!
Just gonna walk out. You gonna hit someone.
Oh fuck! Who do I hit?
The guy that you were told to.
This
So-
bitch.
Okay. Do I get to hit him?
Not. Hold on, maybe not yet, because he fucking fucked up a save. And
Nia can sense. Nia can just about sense some sort of magic is about to be cast on her.
I hide behind the Dragonborn racist.
Do you think? Dex save, you insolent son of a bitch.
Fuck you, I'll bet.
How good of a pose can you do behind the guy perfectly hiding?
Oh no, I
Buddy, I would like you to do me a hot favor. I want you to take 7 damage, you insolent.
is that an area or a direct target?
Well, it could be. I could no. Just hit him with a big like sacred no.
So a sacred no. So sacred flame only hits one target. Yes, it's not
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
certain
go-
area. Okay. Otherwise, I'd have to roll for the fucking Dragonborn
It's a
racist.
creature within he's within range. Radiant damage. He gets no benefit from cover or.
Does the racist elf count as cover?
Yes, he's trying to use him as cover, so I'd assume so.
So yeah, you take the
Eventually
damage.
It's gonna hit him and then just spell don't.
So you bid.
Chaotic she may be, but good is her primary function.
Okay, fine. You go off and you start talking to him.
So
Hey, sir, we were in your village before. I'm glad to see you're safe, but are you alright?
wait, I recognize that voice. Wait, weren't you the Aarakocra girl?
Not an
I want to
Aarakocra.
cast it! I want to try and cast it again!
Not an Aarakocra. I'm a tiefling, sir.
No, now let me cast it.
Both roll an Arcana.
I'm not an Aarakocra. I'm a tiefling. I just need to not.
Even if you not want it, you'll roll higher than me.
It doesn't matter because Nick will probably fuck me over if I screw this up too badly, but. Okay.
Okay, so this time Nia can't sense the magic being cast on her.
Amara, hit him.
Is it the
Uh,
stabby time? Right,
It's
what's
that time, bud.
And as you say the words, "I'm not an Aarakocra, I'm a tiefling," the Aarakocra actually sees your appearance change into an Aarakocra. He kind of looks at you again and goes, "Are you sure about that, dear? You look very much like an Aarakocra to me."
I've been a tiefling my whole life, so I think I'm a tiefling. Sir?
You look like an Aarakocra, dear.
I look like a tiefling. I have horns, sir. And I'm kind of purple.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a shiny piece of metal and just holds it out for you to see and goes, "You're an Aarakocra, my dear."
Roll a dex save, bitch. Roll a dex save, bitch.
Oh shit, that's not a command, hold on.
Get fucked, bitch!
He evades. He doesn't get magically doted. That is acceptable.
Here's the question. Is Amara going to stab him?
Yeah, Amara, go!
Hey, people just keep rolling shit, so I don't know what I can't really keep up with what
You
the
can
hell's
just
going
straight tackle him. He doesn't see you.
on. I'm literally like 100 miles away. I could throw a spear.
You could sprint and stab him.
Can I?
It's not combat, so you can just literally run and
You can just
twat
run
him.
at him.
Okay, cool. We're gonna have a stabby. Can I do that? Can I run all the way over there? And
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna give it to you.
Cool.
Run all the way.
The council has approved this action.
You will have to roll to hit. So please roll to hit.
Actually, Nick, I would like to counter it in the fact that minor illusion is not a concentration spell, so I want to roll to see if I perceive him.
Yeah, but you were stupidly laughing at me.
Yeah, you were stupid laughing.
You're not
I'm
paying
about to say.
It'll be passive perception, if anything else.
Okay.
Offhand attack. Fuck you all.
Go, man, go, go, man, go.
So, Amara runs directly at Alistair, and as she goes to swing her sword and punch him, he kind of just crosses her arms.
Yeah, but Nick,
What?
she kind of go this way.
No. She didn't that one. He didn't.
She's still charging at the guy.
She could hit him with her body and just like smack into him, I guess.
Keep fucking going.
She also could have gone this way.
Yeah, but that's not nearly as entertaining. Yeah, but if she swung and then swung a second time.
Yeah.
She just ends up ass backwards on her ass here.
Disgusting.
To which the elf comes over and goes, "Are you okay, love? Do you need help?"
You know he's a racist.
Just gonna back away slowly.
Are you shuffling or did you get up and walk away?
Shuffling.
Not shuffling back.
Okay.
Just looking him dead in the eyes. And
So, as Amara shuffles away, Amara and Alistair both hear the Dragonborn racist elf go, "These refugees are really weird."
Non-refugees are regulars!
I turn to the Dragonborn. I'm just like,
No,
He's an elf. He's just a dragon racist.
that's what I meant. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, they really are.
You're one of them.
Excuse me? I'm dead.
get out.
I've been on these dogs for 30 years.
Roll a deception.
And then roll me a wisdom save.
Shut up! No, don't double team me.
Roll me a wisdom.
No, I didn't
Bitch.
first. Right, Nick, here's your deception.
1 minute, gotta bring up the stats for a fucking commoner again.
Well, that's happening. Roll me a wisdom,
You
bitch.
get beaten 20.
Roll me a wisdom. Novice typing.
I might get lucky as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you actually managed
You
to
had to be above 10, not on 10. I was gonna go to school and Mia supports this decision.
Gonna get learned.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So you actually managed to deceive this person, and they now believe that you have worked there for the past 30 years. But they do take a look at you and go, wait, actually, what's Alistair's appearance race-wise?
Human, fucking early 20s.
Okay, so they look at you and go, wait, didn't you say you've worked here 30 years? You look rather young.
It'd just be good genetics.
I mean, you could say that. Are you sure you don't have an elf somewhere in your family line?
Perhaps.
I mean,
Who knows?
I mean,
This one boss ass aunt I have called Althea. She's great.
I mean, I'll say this: it can't be dwarf. You'd have a lot more wrinkles if it was dwarf.
Oh, so he's a dwarf racist too now. He's
guess.
just de-racist.
Just a regular whole ass race.
Yeah. Who likes elves?
Oh well. I like you, man. I hope to see your face at the harbour sometime soon again.
It's a shame you're older 10.
They kind of after that they walk away, but they do go, I'm sure you'll see me around here, of an evening. And kind of walks away.
So what Aaron rolled a 10 for was Neara's gonna spin around on a dime, look at him dead in the eyes, and just say, "Stop that!" Using command. So bitch,
Stop.
stop that. No illusions for you. Sit down.
Hold on. Can I do it? Hold on. There's something I can do against this. Fuck.
No, you already rolled.
No, because there is a special thing that I can do. Shit, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Shit, where is it? I can't find it. Okay, but you do. Okay, fine. Okay, use command, and that stops me from continuously casting minor illusion. It still has a duration of a minute.
It's long enough for me to leave the It has the duration of 1 round. So in technicality, that's 1 round for each of us.
Which is 30 seconds. Which
30
is
seconds per person.
no, it's about a round is about 10
Yeah.
seconds a person.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It has the casting time of a round of 1. No, it's casting time of 1 action. Minor illusion duration 1 minute.
Mine doesn't have a duration written on it, bud.
The duration of a minute.
Mine literally just has duration 1 round.
Look, seriously.
No, I'm serious. I'm looking right at it.
Minor illusion.
No, not minor illusion, Richard.
That's what he cast though.
We're talking about minor illusion.
Oh, okay.
Not thaumaturgy, Renee.
You're still in Aarakocra.
Command isn't around. Is I think we should.
Yeah, command is around.
A command will last longer than your.
Yeah. That's what was like baffling me, because I was like, no, it lasts for 1 round.
Her command will not last longer than my minor illusion, because it's only 5 of us to be 30 seconds.
We but effectively all actions in a round literally take 3 seconds, but they all near enough simultaneously happen.
So this would literally stop me casting it for like a
Yeah, then he could keep going, and I could just keep hitting him with Sacred Flame. So
You could just go smack him.
true. While he's on his ass, I'm gonna go over there and smack him.
And you know even better, Renee? You have a big don't sign.
Yeah, but I have to be in melee range to smack him with the don't sign, bud.
Just stroll up.
The don't sign has to be in melee range. You don't.
Correct.
Dunk.
Thunk. Well, it's a roll to hit, which is not gonna be.
The weapon has like a 60-foot range.
Yeah, it does, but this isn't gonna be high. Doesn't pass his armor rating. It swings and he ducks, bud.
A sign appears just there.
A sign just drops down in front of him. Go.
Don't.
Wait, quick prayer to my goddess to ask if I can add bitch I hope the fuck you on top of that.
I better be able to roll something against this.
No.
There.
Religion, bitch.
Roll the religion.
Outroll me in a religion.
No, Renee, just roll the religion.
No, we're gonna outroll each other in religion.
Technically, it just says the weapon takes whatever form you choose.
Never mind. What do you say?
What was
then?
that, bitch? What was that, bitch? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of you rolling lower than me.
You just as you put your hands together, you hear the words of your goddess just go. As long as it makes you happy, my child.
Yes! Makes me super happy, bitch. I hope the fuck you don't.
What exactly is materializing to hit me?
It doesn't hit you. It drops straight in front of you.
There's a don't sign just in front of you. It's like
It's a big, like, it looks like a stop sign, but it says, don't. And then above it, in golden sparkly writing of my goddess, says, bitch, I hope the fuck you.
Okay. I'll fucking play this game. Okay.
And Nia's literally, Nia would have like spun around on a dime. She's looking at him. She's not even looking at Birdman anymore.
The Aarakocra's just stood behind you, going, "Do you need some help, love?" Though you do seem to have a handle on it.
Renee, how heavy is this sign?
It isn't. It's a spirit sign. You can't move it. There is no way, unless you convert religions, become a cleric, and then intend to move my sign, you can't do shit.
Is this water? Is this water, Nick?
So you can see the map. You can see the map now.
No, I can.
No, you can see the blur.
the blurry blue.
The blurry blue is in fact water. Yes.
I want to cast.
You are at a dock after all.
I want to cast shape water to get some water and like surround the sign in like a bubble of water and then just freeze it so I can't see it.
Are you close enough?
Nia's gonna cast Destroy Water at the same time.
Fucking, I don't give a fucking. I will just keep.
If we're simultaneously casting, give me Arcana rolls, please.
Yeah, I'm basically.
I'm more than close enough.
Hold on.
Stop being able to drive.
Oh shit.
Mom.
So as the water starts to shape out, it gets hit with Destroy Water and kind of just explodes and splashes everywhere. Not that you can tell because it's raining, but
Nia's gonna stomp like a child.
Stop it! You said you wouldn't do anything stupid or mean.
I'm now getting like kind of angry. I use create water to turn the rain around us into frozen rain to hail. It won't deal damage, but it'll be fucking annoying.
It would be annoying for you.
You're currently right next to me, so it'd be annoying for both of us.
Nia's not too fast by hill, bud.
It's more of a.
oh, that is most definitely a beautiful blur that you can see there. That is beautiful.
Oh yeah, I sent him a picture of this now.
Okay, so I want to make you roll something for this, but
Oh no.
No, because
It would be Arcana.
sure, roll me another Arcana.
It would see how big the reach is, I guess. Oh wait, how much are you trying to?
Not
How
a
much-
lot, just literally, just
Whatever fits in a 5-foot cube, I guess.
literally, just well, no, as in it's literally droplets of water. So just anything that's kind of like around like this sort of area, you know.
You just flatten out the cube, it's fine.
Yeah, I make it bounce.
Point.
Create hail, then just threw down a smoke bomb, disappeared, and you just see him scuffling off down the road.
Oh,
I'd forgotten how I had my character.
boom.
You full on deleting yourself.
Ah, I got him. Yeah, so I turn the hail. Do I have to roll for it?
No, you don't have to roll for it.
No, I turn the water. It's basically doing a fucking Elsa moment where, you know, you
Let it go. Let it go.
so shit's freezing around me.
You said you wouldn't do anything stupid or mean.
Oh, we've got to have some fun in this boring drab town.
But
As he
making
says,
stupid's not fun.
as he says the word drab, the rain gets heavier.
Oh, pathetic fallacy, am I right?
But making me stupid isn't fun, and it doesn't make me happy.
It's not making you look stupid. It's just a bit of fun. It's, you know, old Aarakocra with a senile brain.
But what if it upsets him? What if it doesn't make him happy? Then what?
Percy can fucking hear you.
It's fucked off, mate.
Fuck off.
Not dealing with your shit.
No, as he had the conversation go on, he walked towards the edge.
Just jumps off a cliff.
Honestly, dude, got the right idea.
Because obviously I am wearing a fucking hooded cloak as always. My face shapeshifts into that of a pouty child.
Nia is a pouty child.
Pouty child off.
We're supposed to be friends, and you're not being very nice.
No fun here. What are we? Why am I even here? Why am I with you guys?
Because you're our friend, and you want to help.
Help with what? Nothing has been explained to us. We just meant to go and march in at a moment's notice.
We're supposed to be here to help other people. And if that's not what you want, and it doesn't make you happy, then you need to think about why you're here.
Fine. And I just storm off. Nick, can you drag my character somewhere
Because he can't see the map. It's a bit awkward if he's just loitering 20 feet away.
Right, now that you've done that, we're gonna go play Find Me.
I haven't
been moving anywhere.
It's okay. I'm gonna storm off and dangle my little feetsies off the edge of the door.
Oh, okay, so me ended up here. Okay.
I'm over here. Wherever this is. Some people.
So, along your way, you kind of you passed one of the closed taverns.
Yeah.
Well, the back of it from the trajectory you took.
There's another road. Oh yeah, there's a sign here.
And yeah, you passed round the back of it. So you now stand watching several people working on the outside of a ship.
How will they get the boat out, though? This is a circle. They're stuck here.
Oh my god, I can read the map!
Oh my god!
fine now. You can see what you're
Right. So,
No, now he's mad.
what me can actually see is here, Richard. Is actually a big door.
Oh, that's where you are.
Oh, that's where you put me.
Do you see where I'm pinging, Richard?
The big door? No, I don't see where you're pinging. I'm fucking blind. Just draw on the map. It'll probably be easy.
Big door.
I must be going fucking blind, or I've caught whatever Aaron has, because I can't fucking see what you just did.
Right, zoom out a little bit. Like, I don't know how zoomed in you are.
I can see the entire square area, all of the buildings surrounding it, and the tavern up to the north a bit.
Right.
The one
Can,
to the left.
can you see this line I'm drawing? You can't see my drawy arrow.
I can't see your lines. The fuck? Aaron, what did you do?
That's on the curve.
I'm just
From
going for
one to another.
Are you drawing on the GM list?
Yeah, are you drawing on the DM layer?
I am on the GM layer. I'm a twit. I'm a twitteroo.
Wow, I was gonna say, Nikki, can everyone see what you're doing? But I thought Nick's not dumb enough to put it on a layer we can't see.
Okay, this building
Oi,
here is
who are you calling Shirley?
Yes, this
okay, that's fine.
this big building here is a double door. Is a big ass double door.
Wonderful. So that's how they escaped the boats. Good. And how can you take this
From what you can tell, the outside is looking nearly finished, but there seems to be a few bits above that need finishing. You can also hear clanging from your right.
Dude, please don't need a boat worker. Don't need a boat worker.
There's too many people around. I can't do that. You can't eat the thinking meat unless no one's looking.
You can't eat the thinking meat unless no one's looking. The fuck is this session?
The way it goes. It's the way that the character thinks. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So yeah. You can hear the sounds of metal being hit with metal. And possibly the sound of a saw. Off to your right. And I thought you were making a fucking picture before the session, you moron.
You think you wouldn't drink that by now, you fool?
You fool! No, I didn't. I was making camembert.
Fair.
So what does me wish to do now?
I'm kind of like, okay, I don't need a boat.
I don't know why your name is Ardjet. Maybe you changed your name to Ardjet.
Are you ready yet? That's why.
It's already ready yet? Okay, Captain.
Like, it's only in the chat, not anywhere else. Like, you're still Ardnog underneath your thing, your token's still Ardnog.
Yeah, my sheet still says Ardnog. It says Ardnog everywhere except my bloody...
Sorry about that, I accidentally put it 20 to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know how that's happened.
Aaron's scuff
There is
fucking
thunder.
Aaron's duffery is contagious. That's what.
Aaron, what the fuck, man?
Like, you became Ardjet.
You fucked us all up, bud.
You couldn't see the fucking map. Nick derped his GM layer shit. You know, everything's going to shit.
Yeah, like, literally there's nothing I can do to change it.
Aaron did us dirty like this, boys. It says Ardnog is dirty. Oh no, yeah!
Why were you Ardjet?
No, I still am. That wasn't me talking.
Now it says Ardjet. It's typing.
Aardvark, except my bloody name.
No, who's me? Nick, are you typing as Aardvark?
Why am I Archie then?
That's probably what it is.
Right, can I make a suggestion? There is a drop-down box underneath the chat.
This is too good.
See if there are any options in there.
They're both Archie.
Because I have it as Ardnog.
Fuck's sake. Let me refresh this, that helps me.
Okay, so what is me doing?
I'm gonna just look through these fucking windows, you know, if there's nothing cool looking in there, I'm looking in the windows of the sound places, if there are windows or any doors or whatever, and if there's nothing cool looking in there, I'm just gonna, you know, walk around the boat people and...
Okay,
There you go, you're out.
so when you look through this one, you see someone working on what seems to be a door for the boat. And when you look in this one, they seem to be working on some metallic pieces for the boat. However, there are also a few swords lying around.
I don't need a sword, I'm a wizard. I need nerd things.
Then go to the dice shop, forehead. Your nog!
Right, so I'll...
Saying that day and then shouting your nog is definitely not one of them.
Okay.
It may look like I'm doing fucking large zigzags.
Oh my Jesus, Gideon. Okay, so now we're playing Find the Changeling.
He's fucking gone.
Oh my god.
I know where I am.
Oh, that's good. Can the fucking DM know?
He's on the top right-ish of the map.
Yep.
All the way fucking over there.
I stormed the hell off.
Wait, so you stormed the hell off out of town?
And then I'm heading towards that fucking magpie bullshit.
Okay. So I have found you. You have passed a fishmonger, an apothecary, a grocery store, a bookstore. You know there was one a lot closer, right?
I was storming off.
There was storming.
Like, he's not going anywhere specific.
He stormed near us.
And if I come across a magpie thing when I'm walking, I don't know.
Might find my foot up your around
Okay.
if you don't check the snap.
All of this reminded me as a player, but caused a sudden epiphany in me, the slime.
What do you want to do?
There was a bird sign, and he wanted to go eat the birds.
Okay.
See if there were any birds. Totally not.
So you storm off, and you've managed to apparently get all the way to the edge of town.
Yeah.
And you now stand outside a building with that has a sign outside that has a magpie carrying a scroll. Well, you should know it's a magpie. If you don't know it's a magpie, you're a bit dumb.
My roll intelligence.
I mean, if you really want to prove how dumb you are, sure.
I want to prove.
Like, you just stormed off all the way to the other side of town when there was one of these a lot closer.
Still know what the fuck a magpie. Well, shit.
Well, you know it's some sort of bird.
I mean, no shit.
You can tell it's a bird at least.
Probably a bird.
I look up. What the fuck is that?
The sign just wasn't visible, apparently.
In my anger, my two brains are not communicating properly.
Okay, so did Kip say what the fuck? Did Alistair say what the fuck is that? There happens to be an old lady stood outside that goes,
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
if you're on about the thing on the sign, dearie, it's a magpie.
No, lass. It's a fucking eagle. Caw, motherfucker.
And don't worry, I'm drawing the path.
You happen to be stood outside Magpie Messages. If you need to send any mail, going in. Yes. You can send mail anywhere. Well, the voice changed.
Yes, anyway.
You can send mail anywhere. Far and wide, as much as you want.
Shit, what does he sound like? He sounds like the guy from Voltec. Fucking from Fallout Voltec.
I now work for Vault-Tec. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys.
Well, you don't wanna get
Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
What did you SPCA?
You're special.
Sorry.
I forgot to tell you guys. A company opened up. They conveniently named themselves Vault-Tec, and yeah, I got hired.
Surprise.
I should probably be doing door-to-doors some point soon.
Anyway, what the fuck is that red line?
That's me. I drew my path because I couldn't be bothered to just waddle my way over there.
Are you making your way are you like figuring out exactly where I am?
No, I remembered the bird place because I wandered over here before. And I wanted to go see the bird. It's definitely not here.
I enter Magpie messages.
You see an old man stood behind a desk, to which there is a bunch of cages and noise behind him.
Bunch of cages and noise. Oh, okay. So I walk up to him.
I'm gonna just move him a step forward.
You know what a bird is, so you probably know, if they bird messenger hamsters.
I'm gonna move him a bit forward. It's hamster.
Okay. I'm no longer like angry. I'm just kind of like I just look over me and upset.
Oh, toast.
He kind of looks at you and goes, "Are you okay? Are you okay, sir?"
Yeah, I'm alright. Bit of personal troubles. Is this the place to go if I were to want to send some mail?
That is, it is indeed. How can I help you?
You go to the fucking if you want to send some mails.
Like say Richard.
You knew it was coming and it still cracked your shit up.
I need to send an item and a scroll.
Oh, how big's the item?
It is hand-sized, pocket-sized. It's quite small.
It should be okay to send via one. Do you have a parcel box for this to go in by any chance?
I was hoping I could buy one here.
He points behind you and just find the correct size on the wall, please.
Okay. Nick, what the fuck's the correct side for a stepping stone?
Wait.
Basically, you now have a box that is large enough to fit a stepping stone and a scroll.
Yeah.
They're not going to the same person.
You have a much smaller box that will fit a stepping stone.
Okay. Do you know the destinations for these?
No, it's just they eat them into the abyss. What the fuck do you think he's here to do?
Just gonna hope they get to the.
Look, I had to fucking message people to find out what was in your fucking parcel just because
It
fucking
was a present!
just because a fucking woman at post office was like, "Sorry, we have to know what's in it."
Interested? It was pens.
That was so.
Mum sent me pens from trade shows in case anyone's interested. She's been saving them for years for me.
Cool.
So, do you know the destinations? Are they two separate destinations?
Yeah, two separate destinations.
Okay, this is gonna probably cost you double.
No, they're going to the same place. He just likes to send them in two different packages for memes.
Okay, so
To see which one gets their first scroll in the package.
right, he hands you 2 bits of. There's a window probably about where you stood. He hands you 2 smaller bits of paper and goes, "Can you write down the addresses, please, or at least the persons?"
Yep, writes down and I'll DM you.
You know there's a whisper function, right?
Yeah, but well, literally,
Need you to use whisper function, so it's kept record of. Gotta keep it in the log.
Because you probably don't remember my backstory. I'll explain it in a sec. But, yeah. Give me a sec to type it out. But I'll continue the conversation for a sec. Is there any chance I could get like a small piece of paper, something that I could, scribble some words down on with the mining files?
He pulls out another piece of paper and just goes, "Oh, you're going to pay me so much money."
This is a post office. It's usually what happens when you try and send things at a post office. Other than this idiot trying to send some post, what do I see through this window?
Post office things. So shelves of stationery, some paper, a load of paper, a few
You could have
books.
gone and bought your own pencil from the post office. Could have got you a cute little notepad too. Oh.
The best part is he's literally just copying a brand, so it's not gonna write it.
Don't
He's got his little indents on the
Ard
paper.
just wants to go to school. Don't bully him.
Don't worry, I'm a wizard. I can teach God some things. It'll be fine.
That's what you gotta take.
I may only be 15, but I am a certified nerd. It's fine.
Nerd TM.
Okay. And you can also see the cages and the squawkers.
What kind of things is in the cages? Is it just magpies or is it
Just the magpies.
squirrels?
Just the magpies.
I mean, I ate a pigeon, and these looks like some hard-working magpies.
Something along the lines of that.
They're not freeloaders like pigeons.
Yeah. Don't walk around like they own the place, you know.
Okay. So now he's got them all wrapped up, and he goes into the back and goes to the birds, grabs 2 cages, and goes, "Right, you're for the parcel, you're for the scroll." He takes both, makes sure the parcel's tied, opens the cage for the bird, and lets it fly off. He does the same for the to which it probably flies out the window by me, because the window was open.
Yeah, no windows. I thought it was like a shop window type thing, but it's just a normal one. Okay, better.
Well, so it's a normal window because he sends the birds out through it. He then lets the other magpie out. That flies off and goes, "Okay, that'll be 2 gold."
That's how they get you.
Sends the post before giving you the price.
Fucking dip. Like, you could just run out.
Yeah, he could. He could just dip now.
Like there's nothing they can really do.
True. Am I gonna see this guy again? Must be weird.
You know.
I don't know if you knife him. I guess he never will.
Give me a sec.
He's debating whether or not to stab the postman.
No.
He's gonna take a long sip from his mimosa. And consider his life. It's not even a mimosa, but I'm calling it one now.
Right.
I can't get over the stationery in the place. I keep thinking of like fireball spell written on hello.
You got like the
Dude, if the wizard wants to pick up a Hello Kitty notepad and write death spells in it, that's their choice.
I mean,
I-
would definitely use one of those as a spell book if I didn't already have it.
I've transcribed my entire Bible into it, but
Nick, can I haggle? I was gonna do something way more convoluted, but I can't be bothered.
He's feeling fancy, but he's like,
You try, but he goes, "That's 2 gold."
he ain't fucking dealing with your shit.
hi there, neighbor. I'll be rocking sneakers till this battle's up.
Well, son, you can.
That's not the worst thing I've heard today. I've heard fucking the words, "Somebody come get her." She's dancing like a string.
No, it's somebody come get
Can you remind me how much silver is to a gold and how much copper is to a silver?
10, isn't it?
You do know Beyond your money section on
It's
Beyond
10,
D&D has a breakdown.
Damn, so that's a lot more expensive than I remember.
Well, I thought it did. Yeah, it's 10 to 10.
Oh shit, I got money. Fuck.
Except Electrum that they added for some reason, I think. Or they added something between gold and silver, or between silver and copper, I don't remember.
Why does being a nerd have to cost so much fucking money?
Tell me
I pay him 220 copper.
He can't.
You're the guy.
He looks at you
Paying his parking fine
in pennies.
aren't you?
He look.
Pay the change.
He looks at you sideways and goes, "Considering you paid me this way, you weren't getting change."
What?
I don't think the postman will let me pay him in gems.
I'm like right here. I'll probably.
I'm like, I don't think, and plus I don't think the postman will have fancy spell ink. You know? It's kind of
No, I've got a great idea. Richard, you've got to help me out on this one. Right. So I'm like, thanks. I'm thanking the postman.
He kind of just sweeps the money away and goes back to tending to the birds. Just next to the old lady, about here.
1 second.
Oh, okay. This is the old lady. Oh damn, he needs to push past me to get out the fucking door, cause he's a bitch.
Oh, me. What are you
And
doing?
walk through the wall. I remembered there was a bird store. Maybe it was a bird sign. I don't remember. This is a sign with a bird on it. So.
This is a post office. I mean, there are birds here, but you can't have
I'm just, you know,
birds.
hit my hand into my fist, my fist into my hand, just like, of course, post office. Why didn't I think of that before?
You know what a post office is?
Like, you know, I know there's an old lady right here. It's like, I mean, I remember a post office. I don't remember it, but I remember remembering it, so it's fine.
The old lady kind of turns to you and goes, "Are you okay, dearie?"
I am perfectly fine. Just slightly tilts my head to the side, smiling.
It steps back a little bit, thinking you might hurt her. It's like, "Are you sure?"
Absolutely positive.
Okay, I'm a go home. And she kind of hobbles down the street a little bit.
So I turn to me and I say, hello, you got any business here? I don't know if you knew, but me and the guy who works in here are kind of best buddies.
Bitch, you fat penguin is blocking the path. I cannot.
Yeah.
Penguin sat down in the middle of the fucking path.
A sad
Whose
world.
island?
Mine.
Sad world.
Because I've got
And
walls on the side
people
of the
like
path.
us,
Can't get
I
round.
shift my face into looking exactly like his face for a split second. We gotta stick together.
I'm gonna kind of give them a nod knowingly. Absolutely having no idea what you're on about here, but knowing kind of what you're on about. So just like that knowing nod.
Anyway.
Yes, of course, I know exactly where you're on.
Anyway, my business is concluded in there, so I guess I'll just tag along with you for a while. I can't really bring myself to face Nia again.
I would just kind of, you know, tilt my head to the side, like, okay, because I have no idea what you're on about. For some reason, I don't know. Inside. I had walked away when y'all had your shit. So, you know, I have no idea what the fuck happened.
So I'm gonna end up going in with you.
So you go into the post office. The guy's just tending to his burbs. And as he notices you walk in, and then he goes to writing in a book.
I'm kind of look around, you know, browsing the shelves, you know, like you do in a shop. You know, looking for ink or anything fucking cool.
You do spot some ink on the shelves, but it is not magical.
Fancy ink. I need fucking fancy ink to copy spells.
Does it say how it's made?
No, it just says. I'll read you exactly what it says. You know, for fucking spells. Copying a spell into spell book involves recruiter, blah blah blah. Cycling some shit. For each level of spell, the process takes 2 hours and costs 50 GP. The cost represents material components you expend as you experiment with the spell to master it, as well as the fine ink you need to record it. So I don't know if that just means I can throw 50 gold in the level of spell when I'm doing the copying, or what?
Yeah, well, it's pretty clear. It says 50 gold. The 50 gold represents, so you spend the 50 gold and then it's implied that you use that to...
Implied I went out and did some shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just sort of, you know, bank just, you know, extra this much towards spell level shit.
I turn to me and I ask him what he's looking for.
I'm you know, turn around, you know, from looking at the shelves and whatnot. And she's like, I'm looking for magic.
The
You know, and then kind of look back at the shelves, like, I need to copy spells. Like, you know, while looking at the shelves, you know, through the thing, you know, completely absent-mindedly looking through the shelves.
Well, buddy, I think you're in the wrong place. I would personally suggest the apothecary, or maybe if they have a magic institute here somewhere.
Maybe. Because I need fancy ink. I remember that. I need fancy ink.
me and his memory problems.
I need to worry about that. Probably.
Can I scan the shelves for fancy?
You just see ink that's. You see a roll me an investigation.
It's probably not, you know, the fine inks of spellcasting, but who knows?
Shit, maybe not.
So you just see ink.
Just ink.
There's some ink around, bud.
It doesn't look like there's any fancy ink here.
Like the ink is like. The ink looks slightly different on each shelf up, but that's about it.
Is it like different colors?
Accio fancy.
Different brands? Is it like different brands of ink?
He can't tell.
There's like fresh squeezed ink where it's just an octopus and you gotta
Ink from concentrate.
If I needed ink from an octopus, I could make that myself.
I mean, I might be persuaded to waive some of that spell copying price if you produce the ink yourself.
I'd fucking do it. Don't try me, bitch.
There's an ocean like 40 feet away.
Is the guy over here, is the guy who runs the place, focused on me?
No, he's writing in his book.
Can I shapeshift into someone different without him realizing that I shapeshifted?
Roll me a deception.
As in, if it's clearly obvious that I will get caught, I won't do it. Like,
You won't know until you do it.
and I get advantage because it's fucking blah, 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 'cause it comes
That's the guy's perception roll.
You're still...
I'll roll the guy's perception roll.
Let me just change that back.
yeah, it's me just wearing stuff.
The shopkeep pulls off a mask. It's odd.
No. They never asked what race the old man was.
You blink and it's actually just odd wearing like a mustache.
Okay, so I'm guessing they didn't notice.
It's Odd's second cousin, Odd Yet.
Nick, here you go. You're someone else now.
Well, I know who I am. I'm just getting the AOK from Nick before I,
Yeah, you can change. Just you've got to also.
I change into an old lady.
You've also got to deceive me.
I don't need to deceive me.
Me does
because
not
I-
give a fuck.
You think of a fuck. I
looking
already,
at the shelves right now, I don't really
you
care.
don't remember
Fair.
outside when I literally shifted my face in front of him. I've just revealed my character.
Like he shapeshifted with a drow face. I don't care. He's doing his own thing. Like I just want my ink and maybe some cool things like pens. I don't know. Do they have any fancy pens?
There is a shelf of quills.
Quills and shit. Damn.
Excuse me, dearie.
Boring pens.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to be able to help an old girl find some fancy inks in this shop, or maybe point me in the right direction in this town, would you?
The inks, the pricier the ink, the I suppose the fancier it is.
Would you say that any of them have magical attributes, per se?
None of them.
Do you know where in town I might be able to acquire some?
Now you're making the DM do work, Jesus.
This is Fantasyland. Of course, every old lady must know be able to do magic. That's the rules. Yeah.
You could check one of the two other Magpie messaging services, or you could try the trinket store.
Trinket store! Ah, yes! I remember when I was a youngin', I would be able to get all of my trinkets from the trinket store. All of my hobgoblins and mercy bombs.
You just see you just hear him snort slightly, and a bit of like smoke come out of his nostrils. Just goes, I really hate these old women.
Wow, you're just a bitch.
Was that dearie?
Nothing, darling.
Well, I shall go back to browsing your wares. Give me a minute, I might be back. I want to cast an Arcana check on the inks.
Are the inks magic?
Roll the Arcana.
Are any of the inks magic? Is the real question.
Was he a lying bastard about magic ink? You can't lie about these things. I fucking know.
None of the inks give off any trace of magic.
Oh, the stew. He's
Just says fine ink. Fine ink. What does fine ink?
Fine ink doesn't mean magic ink necessarily.
Fine ink.
It means high quality ink.
Yeah,
I was saying fancy because it's fine ink.
Yeah, just high quality ink.
like ink straight from the octopus. I'm pretty sure it'd be high quality ink.
Oh well, come now, dearie. I feel like we would find what we need here.
I'm just gonna kind of look at you real confused, like, there. Just like wasn't paying attention, didn't realize you did some shit.
Now, I do the quick, the face shifting again.
The quick change so fucking dude doesn't see.
Yeah. I think it's time we get going.
I mean, can I smile again? Just okay. And then, lead the whale, baby.
Okay, well, while you bunch of weirdos leave the shop and wander off to wherever it is you're gonna fucking wander this now, I'ma return down to the harbs. To which
I'm not sure what Ard's doing, but I feel like he's gonna fight the water.
He's gonna fight the water.
Fight the water.
Fight the water.
okay,
I don't know, with your intelligence, but it happen.
okay. So
I don't know.
what's going on down here by the water?
Near sulking.
Right, so it's been about 10 minutes with all that shit going on. Roughly 10 minutes for that walk, and you've just been sat there 10 minutes in silence, and then I'd walked over, but I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And Amara just still stood there.
Amara's like, these fucking idiots carried me halfway across the goddamn country while I was asleep, and I met them, in my mind, yesterday.
You should have just left me. Mara, after the storming off and everything, probably would speak. I mean, I imagine she's got her cookbooks and notes with her, so I imagine just kind of studying things, kind of read.
Fair.
Yeah.
Sat down waiting for the boat to the
That's
capital.
what Amara does. Yeah, she's got like 10 minutes. Yeah, Amara's just, gonna use the time put it to good use. I think.
I hope to be a professional nerd these days.
Okay, so anything else going on in the existing time with the huffing puffing on the edge of the water there?
I'm
Nia,
spinning.
I think my pencil is broken. It's
I
not
can't.
writing.
Hold on, do I have a fucking pencil in my camera? I don't have a pencil.
I don't think pencils existed in D&D before this moment.
They didn't.
I invented the pencil.
Half invented a pencil.
Wait, do I have any?
Well, I mean, they probably write with like pencils and shit.
Oh, with like quills.
D&D, it's like quills and ink. That's usually it.
Nia. Oh fuck, Nia would be upset, but nice. So.
Here, do you want me to take a look at it, Art?
Yeah, I'm not sure where I went wrong.
So Nia's gonna turn it over in her hand a couple times. And go,
Just a very sharp piece of wood.
Aren't pencils supposed to have lead in them? Did you not just make a tiny spear?
That's what a pencil is, right? You wound the paper with your words.
Well, the pen is mightier than the sword, Ard. You'd need ink to write with this. Do you want me to help you find some?
Ink. 1 second, and Ard will just jump into the water.
boys.
oh god, he's going for a squid, boys. Yes.
Squid.
Thank you, Beth, for acknowledging that squids produce ink.
Shut up. Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Squids don't exist.
I'm looking for a squid in the water.
Roll me a perception.
I don't think my perception is that bad.
To be fair, I would probably think that not because produces as ink.
In reality, they both do. I was just fucking with you.
Well, I don't really know. I'm a little bit critical.
That's the best kind of tipsy.
Do squids even exist?
It isn't that bad.
Ard actually found a squid nearby.
Oh, damn.
He was swimming for about. He would have been swimming for about 5 minutes, but he found a squid.
Okay, I'm going to spear the squid with my pencil.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Improvised weapon time, I guess.
Look, bud, I wasn't aware this was gonna happen.
Right, so
And acquired.
Like, you need some ink. Ah, of course. Dives into the
Squid make ink. Jump in, find one.
okay, so roll to hit.
Okay.
Is Ard a forehead or a god? Who knows?
You've also been swimming underwater for 5 minutes, but holding your breath, so you're gonna be running out of
Hold on,
air.
There was no rules that didn't come up for air.
It's Ard. He dumb.
Yeah, but he's not. He doesn't have death wish.
Drowning himself
Yeah,
but
he's
not
not, probably not stupid to the point of, forgetting.
He's dumb. He's not stupid.
Yeah, do I get proficiency with my pencil spear?
I think you should.
No.
I think you should.
Improvised weapon, no.
It's not improvised. You know exactly what it was. It was a pencil.
You miss no matter what you do.
So you go to stab said squid. The squid inks in your face, and you stab your leg. What is your unarmed strike damage?
It's okay, bud. The healer's not mad at you. So.
It's 4.
You take 4 damage.
Stab yourself in the leg. Good job. Look on the bright side. You can write now. You got blood on the pencil.
Yeah, blood's in it.
I'll go to like the end of the pencil is red. And I go back to the surface and start like trying to write on things.
Oh my god. Man accidentally signs a contract with a demon. Dr. Felicia shows up. He's like, stand right here.
With his way into becoming a deity. That's what's gonna happen.
You know what? That's a deity I could support.
God of pencil.
Bro, if at any point... No, just odd. The god.
God, if you don't know what he's the god of, he doesn't know either.
You know, what's your religion? I follow the religion of Ardnog. Who the fuck is Ardnog? An absolute legend. One time, he tried to stab a squid but missed and stabbed himself straight in the leg. Still used that shit as pencils.
He did this by making a fucking pencil out of a branch. He did this.
Yeah, but I thought I'd find ink if
I think we both minus the health from you.
Oh.
Somebody give this boy his health back.
Done. So, what are we writing? Why are we writing it? Any reactions to anything else?
Why are we writing it?
Do I even have any paper?
Are you sure I shouldn't just call this the hunt for stationery?
Change it, we're going on a pen hunt.
Well, we're waiting for a boat. We're waiting for so long for this fucking boat. It's been like 10 minutes. We gotta wait hours. Like, you know.
Well, I have a water skin. I'll attempt to write.
He's gonna write his name.
Roll me a strength check.
Oh, sweetie, do you know how to spell your name?
He knows how to write common, probably.
Oh wait, that should be +3. I don't know why.
Okay, that's a +3.
Yeah, so
I don't know, but if he's that strong, he would know how to control his strength, wouldn't he?
Yeah. So you don't actually puncture the water skin.
Okay. Let me just roll to see if I know how to write my name.
Intelligence roll. You can write your name. Do me one more intelligence roll.
I was waiting to be asked how to spell Ard. I really was.
But you can only write it in Draconic.
It's okay, I can read that.
You know only
That's
how
good
to
enough.
write Draconic.
No, only knows how to write his name in Draconic.
No, he can only write it. He can only write in in Draconic. He's Dragonborn. He only write in Draconic. He can speak common-ish.
That's good enough.
Didn't actually learn to write in common.
I think I'm ready for school.
Okay.
Who's the closest person to this old lady?
I was gonna say, what have you got? I'm
Okay. So what? Right, you're doing the writings, and don't God knows what Nia's thinking of the writing.
Nia's just proud, okay?
So Nia's a glowing, proud parent.
Nia's still kind of mopey. but-
Oh, they haven't actually moved very far. Okay.
No, we literally, I wanted to go somewhere to find someone that wasn't the old lady. And, you know, Aaron, did you tell me about the trinket shop while we were walking? That fucker said. Where to go? Because I have no idea. I'm just wondering, and we don't know where the trinket shop is. We just couldn't know to go to it.
Oh shit, yeah, we didn't know where it is. Fuck.
That's why I was thinking, like, you know, we could just ask this guy.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I know about the trinket shop. And I kind of realized that.
Did you tell him?
Go ahead, me. Go find out where we're going.
I have no idea.
Aaron, did you tell him where you will go?
Fucking shop.
Did you tell him about the trinket shop?
I did.
Okay, wonderful. Then I can ask whoever this guy is.
This unassuming teenager of elf variety.
Wonderful. I'm just gonna walk straight up to this guy, you know, smiling very happily.
Male or female?
It's an elf. It's it's an elf. It's unclear.
What? That was extremely racist.
Yeah,
that's
Nick's the racist now, huh?
Excuse me, did Legolas not look like a woman to everyone else?
I'm not eating.
No. As a teenage girl, I can tell you. You fucking Aaron.
Aaron just got sick of it.
Nick, as a teenage girl, I can tell you, Legolas was hot. Nick.
Yeah, but you're bisexual.
I'm bi. So really.
As a
Okay.
pansexual guy, I can tell you Legolas was hot.
Again, does not.
Sorry, Aaron. That kind of makes our opinions irrelevant.
Shit.
The bottom line is that you're getting distracted from Nick being a horrific racist.
Yeah, he was
And that's
being
what I think we
horrific
should really
racist.
be honing in on.
How dare you be a fantasy?
New title of this episode: Our DMs are horrific racist.
Okay.
Well, either way, I'm gonna.
It has short hair. It's a male.
It.
There you go. I'm just gonna, walk.
Fine, she has a mohawk.
I don't really care at this point. I know what the fucking trinket is. It's all I care about. That trinket sounds much cooler than stationery right now. That's what I'm all about, you know?
He looks at you, looks at the colour of his skin, and goes, "Don't hurt me."
I will do no such thing.
So you will hurt me.
As whichever way he wants, I don't really care.
So you will hurt me. He-
Probably not.
Okay, what do you want? He took a step back as he said that.
I am lost.
Follow the main.
Hands on my side, hero sort of stance. I have no idea where I am.
Do you know where the town hall is?
Yes.
Do you know where
The mayor pointed that out, so yeah, I know where that is.
Follow the path.
Also in it for a while, but
Follow the. No, you were in the school.
We were in
were we?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Follow the path on the left of it. And then take a turn at. Has to scroll over to the store. I hate the fact how big this map is. And then turn left Then turn left just after you pass the general store.
Nick, while he's talking to him, I want to shapeshift into Amara.
Fucking excuse me.
No, there's a reason.
Okay.
I run up and I say, "Oh me, there you are, darling. Have you found where we're meant to be going?"
Confused for a hot sec, because, weren't you over there? But it's like, I guess so. I think I know
Right,
where we're going, probably.
Cool, let's be on then. Lead the way. Lead the way, quick.
Okay.
Lead the way.
Quick, here we go. Waddle
As
away.
I'm walking past this angsty teenage elf boy, I just shoot him a wink and then continue walking. That's right. This teenage boy thinks that Amara has the hots for him now.
Being forced against my will into social interactions. This is worse than death.
Okay.
I'm literally only guessing because I zoomed out and saw the general store, so I'm kind of guessing.
Okay. Well, they walk. Thaddeus had left and has just come back around the corner and is like, "Okay, I have been informed. The boat will be here in an hour, roughly."
Shit, where am I going?
I have literally been going down the big road.
And then he kind of looks around and goes, "Shit, I went to the wrong place."
There's some people that didn't eat. It's fine.
This entire time, there's been a bunch of people outside the for those that were within earshot, outside dock management trying to hire a boat, but there are no boats presently in town.
They don't own a boat. They're not cool.
And
Town hall. I'm going to assume it was the big road past the town
He said on the left of the town hall. No, he said follow the road left on the left of the town hall. It's on the left of the building. He's just passing another fucking post office. Just gonna let you know.
Why are they in a triangle? What are they plotting? No one puts 3 of the same building in a triangle without plotting.
So basically, there's a dark cult. That's what's going on.
There's a dark cult in the fucking map.
I totally did put a cult church in the capital. It's fine.
I mean, we don't know.
Hurry up.
Shit, where we going? I don't know where you are.
I went up past the town hall. Where did you go?
I can't.
Ah,
I can't. Oh, for fuck's.
The big road on the left of the town hall. Here, I got this. Don't worry. Oh, did you find me?
Yep.
Up here. We're going on an adventure.
We're going on a trip.
I am zoomed it to 10% right now.
Same. I'm just going up the road. You can probably see the moving token. Bobbing and weaving my way around people.
Well, I mean, just
So
about.
general store, turn left into the fucking. I didn't just tap the button wrong. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I know. I'm moving my token the right way. It's just that I tapped the wrong button.
At least you weren't doing Ard and flipping a coin for directions.
Look, I know where I'm going. I know how to listen to directions. I am a wizard. I'm a certified nerd. I mean, I may.
You're of the age of I'm barely into education at Hogwarts. Let's.
Don't worry about it. I am a certified nerd. I may have stolen my certification, but I am a nerd nonetheless.
I'm certified.
Also, door will be about here.
Like, are you on the map later again? Or DM later?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, door. Boom. Sounds much cooler. And as we already walked past the other door.
As you enter the building, you saw a sign that said Tilly's Trinkets.
Alliteration. It's fucking good. I have no idea what they have.
So you look around, and there seems to be literally this, that, and the other. Anything you think could just randomly be in someone's pocket seems to be in this store.
is there 3 stunts and some pocket lint?
But yeah, there's dream catchers, there's random bits of paper, there's desks,
In that pocket.
there's a bit of lint on the desk,
There is lint!
there's the occasional small carved statuette.
Nick, can I roll to smell pennies?
Does he smell pennies?
Roll me a perception.
Roll me a smell check.
He smells pennies.
If they're out there.
You can smell what seems to be the copper that is probably behind the counter.
You smell pennies.
Fucking kobolds, the lot of them. I'm a slime.
I'm a tiefling, not a kobold.
Just all the fucking resounding voice coming out of the game. Just, I'm a tiefling, not a kobold.
I mean, if I find some
She happened to be a human of the brown variety.
Brown variety.
Wow, he's literally
Oh,
being
wow.
racist now.
Wow. Okay.
I didn't know how else to say it. Please leave me alone.
Wow, dude, what white male version?
Like, you could have said many things. You could have said ethnically challenged. I mean, that's more.
Racist fuck.
More racist.
That's kind of the point. I was insulting him.
You could just say straight up, in 1950s fashion, she's coloured.
She is a coloured
And
female
dude,
human.
I just made you sound more racist. Why did you copy? What part of your brain told you I would help you out of the hole?
I mean, you could have just said she was.
So,
the
are we just trying to get Nick banned from Twitch? Or...
Yeah, pretty much. Do you have any suggestions? This campaign is basically see how far we can go before Nick gets banned from Twitch.
Let go. It's okay. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
While Aaron's trying to creepily look at the shopkeeper, I'm just gonna, look at the fucking shelves.
You, like I said, you find all sorts. It is trinkets galore.
Right, I want to quickly hide behind the shelves. I want to shapeshift into someone who looks incredibly like Tilly, but not vastly like.
Not like Uncanny Valley, like,
But not quite the same.
Yeah.
Okay. You do so.
And I saw the Tilly sign, right?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Lily.
Dear Lord.
She grabs the broom from behind her and hits you with it, going, "Fuck! The mirror demon got out again."
Hey, I'm no mirror demon. What are you doing?
That's what a mirror demon. Sorry. And there's actually a mirror right behind you. She's just pushing you back against it.
I don't know what you're doing. Is this what you do to your clientele?
She notices you not getting pushed into the mirror and goes, "I'm so sorry."
I got told that this store would have helped the kind of items I'm looking for, and I just got harassed in the hard thing I was doing. Your move, Nick.
I'm so sorry, but the mirror demon comes out looking exactly like that, using Lily as its name.
That's a fucking coincidence, Nick.
if it's a mirror demon, why would it not use yellow?
Interesting story.
Yell it. It tries to.
It's not the looks that I'm getting down on. That was okay. The mirror demon story was alright. It was the they used the exact same name as you. You just fucking picked up.
If it's a mirror demon, it should use yellow.
Look, the mirror demon likes playing tricks on me. Leave me alone.
Mirror demon's a bitch. I'll fight him.
Look, I'm sorry that I scared you or whatever. I'm just in here looking for fancy inks.
I think I might have some somewhere. She looks around and goes, "The place is kind of a mess."
No clutterer would ever come to the fact that their clutter is clutter. You fool!
Yeah. I
Don't
took
worry,
her out.
Nick. If they look away,
They inherited the place from their grandmother, who was also called Tilly.
I turn around to Tilly, and I say, "Yeah, it looks like a mirror demon has been unleashed in here or something."
She starts jabbing you with the broom again. You sure you're not a mirror demon?
I start to chuckle. No.
No, you're not sure, or no, you're not.
So is that a no? You're not sure, or no? You're.
Oh, fuck off, Tilly. I'm not a mirror demon.
I'll take your word for it this time.
time, Mirror Demon.
So, what were you after?
I'm after like fancy inks, or inks that have magical potency.
Properties.
Shut up.
I have a color-changing squid out back.
I wanna see this.
She disappears for a moment, comes back with a squid in a very cramped jar. And you can just watch it, and it's slowly changing through the different colors of the rainbow.
Oh my god.
See? Color-changing squid.
Bug squid can do that naturally, but okay, guys.
Shut up. How much is it?
100 gold.
Damn, fucking money. I mean, not surprising for a fancy color changing squid.
It's just a regular squid.
Bud.
Just stress. Squids change color under stress.
She's trying to sell the squid as a magical color-changing squid.
I cast biology degree on it.
Damn, I don't have prestidigitation. I feel so good.
You juked yourself, bud.
I have failed as a wizard.
I asked Tilly how much the ink it produces cost.
I don't know how to milk a squid.
Fool! You were food!
I don't know.
Wow, you're a what?
That's the word I was trying to think of, but I couldn't think when my brain was.
Can I quickly do an Arcana check on Tilly?
Or on the squid?
On Tilly.
This, as you do this, the squid starts glowing fluorescent colors.
Okay.
Cool. Actually, a magic squid.
Nick got mad at me debunking his squid.
No, I knew squids.
That's my check on Tilly. Tell me, is she fucking more than she seems to be?
She has some form of magic, yes. However, it seems to be messing with her memory. It seems to be messing with her common sense.
She's magically stupid.
I've never felt such a large moon.
And she kind of looks at you again and goes, "What were you looking for again?"
I was looking for, like inks with properties and such like that, like cool things.
I have this magical color-changing squid.
Yeah, you do, and that's amazing, but that's not ink. That's an animal.
But squids produce ink, do they not?
I mean, they do, but I don't need an endless supply of ink. I just need ink.
I feel like you should have me weigh in on the "does he need an endless supply of ink" question.
I am an endless supply of things. Don't worry about it.
Excuse me?
He can literally shapeshift into an octopus, a giant
Become
octopus.
a giant octopus. I don't care. I do what I want.
Can I, weird question, but can I hold the squid,
Like actually hold it.
yeah, I just wanna,
I don't know. What's the ones that can survive out of water?
She unscrews the lid from the jar and flicks it at you.
Fire.
Squid is free.
he fucking flicks it at me.
Yeah, so you're now covered in squiddy water and a squid.
Oh my gosh, this is so
Rude.
cool.
The squid starts nipping at you.
What do you think a squid?
Squid have little mouth. Yeah, they have little squid
Yeah,
beak.
they have a little beak, but they don't really nip.
Look, it's a magical squid.
I give up.
But Nick, you have made one mistake. The squid is now free. Go.
Yeah, it had very little water, was in a very cramped container. It's probably just crawling over what?
Squid cannot survive out of water. I think you mean an octopi.
Yeah, the squid is slowly like shriveling up on.
Finally, it's like a fish out of water. It's just panic.
It's panic slapping Alistair.
I'm currently Amara,
No, you're presently Lily.
You're Lily.
Oh no, I'm Lily, yeah. I'm currently Lily, that's it. Sorry, shit, I forgot. I'm like, I fucking run screaming. I'm like,
Take
me,
the
quickly, don't ask questions! Consume this!
Why would... That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, and me will know this. Like, the shopkeeper is right there. We just walked in. I saw this entire thing go down.
Me,
Measles.
don't ask questions, trust me!
I'm just gonna be like, that is the
No.
stupidest thing I have ever heard.
That's a moral reason.
Not even
No,
moral, just
moral. Just dumb.
There's a difference between, you know, evil and stupid.
As you try to pass him the squid actually disappears.
Bye, squid.
Yeah, yeet, yeah.
It magically
Wait, does that mean
becomes
the
too
squid? Does
invisible.
that mean the squid was an illusion?
The squid was an illusion the entire time.
Hey, what the hell?
What? I sit around in this store all day. I'm not allowed a bit of fun?
Oh. Now the turn tables.
You sit around in this store all day. Was that minor illusion, by the way?
Yes.
So
I'm just gonna start touching everything.
so when I oh wait, yeah, no, you said it like reverberated fluorescent colors. Shit. Fuck.
You also cast it specifically on Tilly, not the squid.
I told you to check the squid, bud.
Well, that's.
Title of the episode, I told you to check the squid. Yeah.
Just as she says that, she just kind of leans forward on the Tilly and goes, I wasn't lying about the mirror demon, though. I think it got out about half an hour ago.
Are you the mirror demon?
Shit, I could be.
Yaddy daddy dee. The mirror demon here is me.
Let me go out back, check to see if there's a sleeping body. No, nobody asleep back here. It's me. I'm not the mirror demon.
Do you not know it's a mirror demon?
Wait, Nick. You used the fucking keyword. You used the keyword. She goes out there to check if there's a sleeping body. I can't sleep.
Points to this random civilian half.
Well, 1 minute. Let me just roll an entire sheet for Tilly. Roll whatever you would need to roll. Wait. Also, Me's in this. No, Me's not close enough.
Plus, it's out back. Where's the back door?
Don't worry, close that door.
I'm still.
You know, while this is all going down, I'm just gonna be picking up random figurines from the side. What the fuck are these?
As you do it, it goes centaur, halfling, treant, elf, tiefling.
Action figures.
Yeah.
Does it have more than 38?
Richard, what's your health at?
Does she have more than 38 hit points?
Probably don't. Like, my max wizard health is 20 hit points right now. You probably don't.
You hear her body hit the floor. Boom.
Okay, shit, what's Measle line?
However,
Who knows?
however, you hear a scuttling
Oh no.
and a scraping.
Mirror demon!
And that's where we'll end the session for today.
Oh, what, right?
No combat XP for you, forehead.
Don't worry, I'll eat the mirror demon. It's fine.
Real hot take, bud. Do not.
It wants me dead. It needs to be consumed.
Bro.
Okay.
You asshole.
Okay. So we're gonna end the session there. So we're gonna say ta-ra to the stream. Bye bye, stream.